All right, it's April 12th. Did I say April? Yeah, April 12th, 2021. So just going over the setups we had today, and also um, what our plan was and how it kind of unfolded. Today I was looking at five tickers: Apple, Mara, Baidu, Tesla, and the Spy. So my first one was Apple. Apple's a really good trade. There were a lot of setups with that, and then there were some that I missed that I was just stupid. Um, so prior to the market opening, this was the idea that I had with Apple. Um, so looking at, I just kind of redrew this trend channel because I included pre-market, and Apple looks very overextended. We got to this supply region which we had drawn from here, and obviously that supply region caused price to drop so far. So essentially, we're having a double top, well, at least not yet a double top, but we have a top at least first. So Apple's here first rejected this, and so we were looking for Apple to go short. I mean, obviously, you can see a triangle forming over here. So at the open, it was no surprise. Um, Apple dropped. Um, I decided to take Apple short from the break of this wedge here. So I got in Apple here. I think I took about 500 shares. I can't remember what my risk was. I was risking the top of this, so actually I can't remember exactly. But anyway, took it short, and then got out just around the demand area, which was a very good trade. And then Apple obviously rallied, um, and then not rallied, sorry. Uh, um, it was a rally actually. Went up, um, one leg, two-legged move, and then this break took another short down here, and then I went long once it hit this point. But yeah, this is where I actually realized that no, these regions were actually making. It was very difficult to read the price because this is the first leg, second leg, and this is the third leg, and I wasn't looking at it from that perspective. I was just looking at the price movement. And of course, it was easy to take this trade because, like I said, we were looking for, a double top type, lower high move. Anyway, it's interesting because Apple actually broke this high, but I don't believe this is the main high over here. So coming to this demand region over here, which is from this point, I know there are lots of lines on my chart, so please forgive me. This demand region over here caused price to rally up and rally really strongly. I initially got in on the break of this candle, putting my risk here, but I didn't follow. I didn't follow this trade all the way to the top. At this point, I was quite upset with the trade I'd taken on Tesla, and I just did not believe Apple would actually break this high. I assumed this would be where the meat would stop. When we had this pullback, I was like, you know what? Screw this. I lost my patience. And of course, this area was a double top, had this reversal, back to this demand region, double bottom, and boom, right? So yeah, the channels are very good. Once you plot your channels, normally the way I plot them is once I see a change in trend, it starts off first with a trend. Once I see a change in the trend, I take the high, take the first pullback, or first pullback, and then the next high, and then just plot the channel, and then you can kind of trade it from there. But to enter this particular one, I would not have entered here, only just because this was such a strong rise. I didn't actually think this would reverse like a V, or upside down V, only because I didn't have another pullback, and yeah, it was a bit confusing. So that was Apple. Another trade which was really good. My goodness, I still have this COVID cough. Okay, so before we even go into that, Tesla. So the plan again with Tesla was this morning Tesla had gapped up over a string of supply areas. So we had this pullback from a very long rally over a few days. So anyway, so we had this pullback and we had this double bottom. The second bottom formed on Friday. Tesla gapped up. And then at the open, then when we had this pullback here, we had at the open, this was already a sign that we were going up. But there was a lot of supply regions above. I wasn't sure whether to take it or not. There was actually one over here. And I took this short down to VWAP. And I just played 2 contracts because I can't short Tesla. I got in a bit too late, which was around this point here of this candle, and then dropped over here. I decided I'm not going to use a 1 or 2 minute chart for this particular play. So what I decided to do, and I probably should have done this earlier, was this. I charted this channel, and this is why I was a bit concerned when I took this trade short, because as you can see, price has not even touched the top of the channel, pulled back a bit, and I hadn't even thought at the time that this was just a pullback. And it was not even a 50% pullback, just a minor pullback. So that was not a good entry short, even though I made some money out of it. Wasn't a good one. We had a measured move up. So if you look at this to about here, which is 1356, from here to here is about 13 something. So that was a good move up. I decided to go long here when it got to this supply area. I kind of held for a bit and then decided to get out. Now this is where I should have decided to play shorts, because this was the exact setup that I have always looked for, which is 1, 2, 3 pushes up, a higher high, major trend reversal. So just getting in, I mean, this is a really nice supply area as well. Just getting in short here, risking the top of this candle, and then just normally aiming for VWAP. I mean, what is this? Normally I go for 2 for 1. Let's see. Let's just pull this down so we can see what it is we're doing. So if we got in here so we're looking for, so just $5. And VWAP was exactly that. So it was this would have been a good exit, but again, just following the trend line. So 1, 2, 3 pushes down, and then of course a double bottom, a lower low, higher trend reversal, lower low trend reversal, and this kind of went back up. But as you can see, it kind of traded very weakly and sideways for a bit, so wasn't really a good one. Mara is a very good one today. I just forgot about the plan. So prior to the market open, I had charted this channel. So Mara had pulled back. If we just kind of look at it, so we have this rally, pullback, and then this channel, which we plotted from 1 to 3 days ago. Remember on Friday we had this drop, so therefore we're looking for a rally. It rallied all the way to the top here, so I was kind of a bit concerned. I thought, oh, we're already here, we should be going down. Came back and then rallied back again. And that was what I forgot, because this trend channel was rejected twice, a double top. In fact, there were quite a few setups in Mara today. So we had this rally all the way up, rejection, formed this triangle, could have taken this long from here, risking the base of the triangle, 0.8, 2 to 1. We're looking for 1.6, which was bang at the top of the trend line resistance. And then now you have a second a pullback, which would be a great entry. I couldn't find any supply areas, which is why I wasn't looking to shorting this here, even though I plotted this here. But I mean, as you can see, it had already gone above that. This would have been a good place to enter short. Again, just risking again the top of this candle, 0.82. We're looking for 1.6, and of course we got so much more. Another thing again is we had an exhaustive leg over here. So we had 1 push, 2 push, 3 push, exhausted leg. So this is a sign of a reversal. Could have gotten in on the base of this candle, and then just taking that long. So risking the base over here, 0.38. We're looking for 6 point something. Of course, we got that over there. So this would have been another setup. So you have 1 setup there, 2 setups, 3 really good setups. The break of this channel, another good setup over here, really strong candle getting in on the close of this candle, obviously because it's a strong bear candle, trend candle, getting in here, risking this particular area, or if you wanted to be conservative, you could have risked this area, 0.5, just going for 1, but then you just had strong, very tight channel. So of course we're not going to get a reversal when we have a tight channel like this, just a trading range. So that was Mara, and of course look at where it stopped, back in the demand area, and not even just that, at the base of the trend line. So this was a very good play if you were very good at playing support and resistance. But I only played Mara. I played some puts. What did I play puts? I played puts here, and just took it out at that point, because I think I was concerned we were gonna. No, I played Mara puts down here. I was concerned we were gonna get a double bottom and head back up. But again, just completely forgot about this trend line when I was trading it. So sometimes I think maybe I am distracted by too many things. Then BIDU was a very confusing one today, actually. I played puts at the break of this wedge, and then if you notice, it never ever dropped convincingly. It went sideways for a bit, so it just kind of tells me there's a lot of demand in this region. The white line is a resistance I plotted from the last time Mara was in this region. So this resistance has kind of held for quite a while. So I assumed there would be a demand region over here. But my bias was short, and I guess it's not a good idea to have a bias. But this was one leg, pull back, second leg in the pre-market, pull back, and then third leg. But it's not an exhaustive leg, so I don't know. I'm assuming this is a double bottom of sorts. Yeah, it is a double bottom, or maybe a double bottom. So you have this and this bottom, and it's a low double bottom. So it could be a major trend reversal. So we may have BIDU reversing tomorrow. And then finally, have I got everything? Because last week I forgot to talk about the SPY. Finally, I looked at SQ, but I didn't really get a good trade out of SQ. I was looking for it to drop, and then it went up this way instead. And yeah, just kind of looking at that, I was expecting a rejection just like with Apple, but that didn't really work out. So then the SPY. Actually, I use the ES to track the SPY. So again, what was interesting about the SPY today was obviously we've been rallying very strongly over the last few days. In fact, the last week and a half, if you think about it, we've just been making some very, very strong highs. So we had one push, two push, three push. So I thought, okay, fine, we should be going sideways. I was tracking this from Sunday to see how the futures was trading. Saw this leg down and then went back up, and then during the day and then we had formed some demand. So we had a 30-minute demand area over here, and I mean there was some supply as well, obviously, because price had rejected at the open. I marked this since this is the all-time highs and previous day high. So price had been sometimes I wish I would be trading the futures pre-market, or because it's always cleaner. Anyway, so price rallying in, and of course got to the top, rejected, came down to the bottom, and then started to do this. So I plotted my channel. I didn't take any trades, and I should have taken a trade over here because the risk was very tiny. If you look at that, the base of this candle is just 2.8 or 0.28, 0.298 on the SPY, and look at potentially what you could have gotten. But anyway, so this rallied very strongly. Didn't actually plot a trend channel for this, so if we just do that and then that, there we go, and then exhaustion. So you have one push, two push, three push, and then a fourth strong push, and then you now have exhaustion. There's obviously some strong supply over here because that's what pushed price to come down. So we had very strong red candles. I didn't play short because I didn't think I had any buying power until the end. And I was like, what the hell? Was scalping around here, making some money and losing some money. There's obviously some demand over here, which was formed by this candle over here. So if we just mark that, actually, no, we're looking for demand. Well, this leg over here would have formed some sort of demand. So if we look at, here we go, and just plot that green. Just make it transparent, about 80%. All right, so over here, price came in here, twice doubled, bottomed, and pow, rallied very strongly. So this was just a pullback. So one leg, one push up, measured move up. So we just measure that again. In fact, there were a few measured moves in here, which was pretty amazing. So what do we have? We have 15. So we should have something similar. 14 points, close. And then, yeah, this was a great measured move. I took SPY, I traded SPY up from at the break of this channel, took it all the way up there, so got in from there. And then because this is a very strong rally, I saw this very strong pullback, and I took it up from here, rode it all the way to this resistance. Again, another measured move, but I was very concerned when we got here because, you know, this bar was just so strong compared to this. I just thought, okay, fine, we've done two legs. I don't think we're going to make a third leg, and this was the third leg rejected because we're already at this high. This is going to be a high major trend reversal, and it just started to chop around, so I lost some money in that. And what I mean by lost some money was made it all the way up to the top, and then bought some puts, played it down, but then take it out till, no, I played puts here because I just thought, okay, fine, we've already gotten here. I didn't wait for the second top, and then it just came down here, and I lost some money when it went back up again. I said, oh my gosh, why didn't I do that first? Anyway, so that was today's trading. There are a few things I want to learn to improve on, which is bar counting and really getting better at bar counting. So tomorrow I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna trade in the simulator for a bit because I want to perfect some things that I didn't do very well today. All right, so yeah, that was my trading day.